Where do we look? I don't know where to look.
So what are we talking about? My man Nathan is jiggy today. Hey.
Back Victory Mondays. Why are we all happy? We should all be
crazy,
happy.
Right? Hey, Cam Newton. We just won back to back.
Gold.
Yeah, dog.
Oh, man.
I thought you
memes on him were golden.
I thought you said you had something we were gonna.
Well, we could talk about LeBron's elbow, but we ended up just
not intentional
and enjoying it. You don't think it was intentional? I think he intentionally.
Flagrant too, yeah.
He intentionally threw the elbow back there. Whether or not he intentionally meant to maim.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's the difference, right?
Yes,
and so that's where I don't think that he intentionally meant to disfigure another
My mom
man's
and I had an
face.
argument about this in the car like 20
rhythm.
minutes ago.
You see this? Jazzy EP. Watch out. I got rhythm. All right. We're going to start off. It's Victory Monday for back-to-back weeks here on the day after reckoning.
Thomas is in. Touchdown, Washington. Lofting one. He's got a man. It's McLaurin in stride. Touchdown, Washington. Hands it back. Chase Young. They're chasing him down the sideline. And Chase Young has a Washington touchdown.
And he does the. That makes me laugh every time.
That deserves a wow.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the day after reckoning here on Ref the District. I am Nathan Perry. Joining me, as always, we have the Stoner.
What's up, boys?
And of course, we also have Trevor.
Yo, what's good?
We should probably plan out those a little bit better so I know when you guys are going to actually stop saying something, because I never know exactly.
Hey, I have something to share real quick.
Okay, excellent.
Oh, you do have something to share?
Yeah, you want to hear it?
Sure.
Okay, hold on.
Are you gonna do it today or like?
Yeah, here it comes. Wait, hold on. Here it comes. Go ahead, Nathan. I'll tell you later.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do this.
Share.
So the day after reckoning, you got something to share too?
Yeah.
Victory Monday.
Hey. Okay, I can share mine now too.
Back to back.
Victory Monday.
Just another Victory Monday. All right. Well, we can't play too much of that. Otherwise, we're going to get copyright claims on our video. But it is happy times here on our day after reckoning for back-to-back weeks. We want to give a shout out to those people who are already joining us. We do stream this live the day after Washington football team plays on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We already got Patrick and Mama Stores and Mama Perry in the chat. Shout out to them on the YouTube channel. Of course, we'll be posting this to wherever podcasts are found. You can catch that. But do us a favor. Head out to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit subscribe. We are on the road to 500. That's what we're wanting to do. We got Toothpick in the chat as well.
What's up, Toothpick?
Toothpick. All right, so I missed Toothpick originally, and what's good, Toothpick? Thanks for joining us. Check out them on First String Podcast. Guys, it's Victory Monday, and it's day after reckoning, which means let's get that banner up there. You can tell us how you feel about this team. All you have to do is DM us on Twitter or Facebook. We'll shoot you the link. You can join us. If you don't have video, it's fine. Audio is fine. You can just talk to us about how you feel about this team, because we're feeling good. I'm wearing my Washington onesie. I have had to take it off since yesterday. I did go to work.
I don't
today.
think you did.
They frown upon me wearing this in the office, but I did. I am putting it back on. I'll be wearing it all during the show. Having some fun here for Victory Monday. Right off the bat, guys, I want to know. And Trevor, you answer me first here. Okay. Which victory was more impressive? This one against Carolina or the one against Tampa Bay?
Oof. Tampa Bay. Just because it's Tom Brady and they're the defending Super Bowl champions.
Better record.
Better record. They were missing pieces.
We had lost 4 in a row.
Yeah, we lost. But this win was supposed to happen. And I'm glad it did happen. And it kind of just carried over from the Tampa Bay game. It kind of showed us that that wasn't a 1-game fluke. Might be a 2-game fluke. Who knows?
Important. That was very important.
Yeah, they picked up where they left off on Sunday last week. So,
yeah. Is there any merit to this one being maybe the more important victory of the two? The fact that it is the continuation game, it's an away game. They went into hostile territory. Now, granted, FedEx is often an away game.
Yeah,
but this is a legit away game. They went into Carolina. This is Cam Newton's territory, Cam Newton's home game. A lot of fans were lamenting that Washington football team fans were lamenting the fact that the national coverage was centered around Carolina. Carolina was in the playoff spot. Even the day after, it was Cam Newton's loss, not Washington football team's win. Even though
that's fine.
Yeah.
Even though Taylor Heineke, give credit where credit is due, was actually PFF's highest rated quarterback.
For the week. Yeah.
For the week. I mean,
you asked first you asked which was more impressive or more important. More impressive was Tampa Bay. More important was this game.
Okay.
Because is exactly what you said, Trev, when you said they had to build upon what they did over Tampa, and they built upon it rather than just making that fluke type game. Maybe it wasn't a fluke. They've been trending every week, 4 straight weeks now, even though they lost 2 of those games. Green Bay, Denver, and then Tampa and Carolina. Defense playing much better. Offense struggled in those other 2 games, but they moved the ball up and down the field.
Yeah, I was about to say, offense struggled to put the points on the board. Offense moved the ball well.
Absolutely.
They're finally finding the way into the end zone. And that's in every which way. This particular game, it was the Taylor Heineke show. 3 touchdown passes for Taylor. But in the Tampa Bay game, that was a couple rushing touchdowns that helped propel them. So it's just nice to see them get in there. It's definitely a big difference for these 2 victories, back-to-back victories over the previous 4 losses that they had. Yeah. But this Carolina game, it did just feel different, right? Like there was a couple times they got punched in the mouth. And it didn't let them get there. A couple key moments where things could have been real bad, right? So Antonio Gibson fumbles the ball again.
That's a problem.
In the red zone. Washington doesn't give up points. Huge. DeAndre Carter, amazing game for him again, but he fumbles on a kickoff return. And Trevor's man, Trapke
season
finds the ball. I don't know how he did it. If you haven't seen Pete Haley's shot, I might be able to bring it up here. Absolutely just I don't get it. I don't understand how he managed to find the ball in that.
Yeah, when he wasn't even on the ground yet, and
like
all these guys were trying to get the ball. He was still standing up.
And during that recovery, can we point out the fact that Kaliki Hudson has no idea what team he's playing for during that situation?
That was pretty bad. He was pointing in the wrong direction. He was absolutely pointing in the wrong direction.
Pay attention, 47.
Let's
Yeah, there was let me throw out a few points here, if I may. Right.
Yes.
First of all, of course, Taylor Heineke played his best game in a win. I think in the Tampa game, the playoff game last year, he probably played a little bit better, but they lost the game. So it doesn't mean much.
Arguable. Yeah.
Yeah. So he played great. He was efficient. He used his legs. He didn't force things. He did everything that he needed to do. I don't know. He had no turnovers. He did everything right. I mean, there was a couple plays, maybe a couple of sacks he probably didn't have to take. But again, it didn't kill the team. He played mistake-free football. If he can do this, what he's done the last 2 weeks, you might have something here.
What do you mean?
I don't know that's sustainable. I don't know that that's sustainable.
It's sustainable. If he does this week after week after week, you have something. I'm just telling you, Trev. I don't like it. I don't think he can sustain it.
No. If he does, I still want him to be the backup. I do not want him
Trev,
to be the
if
starter.
he throws for 225 yards and 3 touchdowns and no picks and no turnovers week after week after week,
we have to win.
79 completion percentage.
We have to win.
You do have to win.
We can keep him as a backup number 2 quarterback.
Well, let's not make that decision yet. But I'm just saying, if he keeps this up week after week after week, then I'm sorry, you've got something.
For our video listeners or video watchers here, I pulled up the Pete Haley tweet where it shows DeAndre Carter's on the ground, no ball. There's a mass of bodies. Troy Apke is standing. You can't see the ball. He somehow ends up with this ball after just an entire pile. Honestly, I was with Hudson. I thought it was Carolina ball. I wasn't going to point.
And he was hoping it was. Yeah.
I wasn't going to point in the direction like Hudson, but it looked like it was going to be Carolina ball. There was just too many black and blue jerseys around that. And here comes Apke, who had no business finding that ball,
bro. I'm telling
getting
you.
in there.
This is why he's on the team, everybody who still hates Trapke season. He's not on the team as a cornerback. He's on the team for special teams, and and he showed that yesterday why he's a very important piece of this Washington football team. Hate it or love it, he ain't going anywhere.
Well, yeah, he's very good at special teams. Absolutely.
Yes, that's why he's here.
Yeah. But that's it. Unfortunately,
that's fine.
And you're right. You're right. There are guys like that. But I want to point out a couple of guys because I know we got some guys who are going to be calling in here in a second.
Yeah,
so I wanted to point out a couple of things. We tweeted this last night after the game that Eric Flowers probably should have been arrested after the game because he was killing dudes. Right? he was killing dudes.
Did you see Baldy's breakdown?
Yeah.
If you've not seen that Baldy's breakdown,
there you go, Baldy.
Head out there. Shout out to Baldy's breakdowns on what he does on Twitter. Because honestly, Eric, that was assault. That was
he was killing dudes
on the football field.
So
what he does, to describe it in case you don't go out there to go view it for yourself, Eric Flowers takes his man, does exactly what he's supposed to do, which is body him up, passes him off to the center, who at that point I think was
Schweitzer.
It could have been anybody at that point. How many centers are we playing? Schweitzer did a good job, by the way. So he passed it off to Schweitzer. Then Leno is engaged with his guy, and Flowers just straight up goes over there and trucks the guy, pancakes him on his tail end. Just absolute, just monster. Like if you were watching this, like if that looked like WWE type style stuff there.
The way he killed him.
It just looked like monstrous. Like the crowd went wild.
Was it a monstrous block, or I couldn't tell with all the monsters that we used.
It was huge. It was huge.
Deron Payne showed up yesterday.
Man.
He was playing very well.
He must have heard the podcast while I called him out saying
I was going to say, we mentioned that you haven't really heard his name. And then honestly, even that during that game, we said that. We were like, you're not really seeing Deron Payne. And then those last couple Carolina drives, it was the Deron Payne show. He was doing an awesome job.
Joey Sly. I mean, he's
got
hitting his field goals, hitting his extra points. We're not worried right now.
Doing what he's supposed to do.
It was his homecoming too.
Cole Holcomb was all over the field yesterday. He had an assignment on CMC quite a few times and held his own. Cam Curl was a beast yesterday. Again, he keeps doing that. How many missed tackles did you all see on the defense?
Maybe like
exactly. I don't think I saw any. There might have been one. I mean, William
Jackson
running
back.
Cam
Newton touchdown. Cam Newton touchdown. Cam Curl
run touchdown.
Okay. Yeah. You're right.
You're
right. But there wasn't many. And hot take alert coming up here. Hot take alert.
I love these.
But this is it's not really that hot take.
Let's
it's not that
see what we
hot
got.
of a take though.
I bet it is.
Jonathan Allen.
Yeah.
Dominated the line of scrimmage yesterday and won that game for Washington.
It's not a hot take.
He owned that line of scrimmage where Christian McCaffrey was not. He had a couple of good plays or whatever. They were double teaming him. I saw plenty of triple teams on him. Cam Newton dropped back and maybe on 3 dropbacks, maybe he dropped back and took a 5-step drop and looked around. Every other time he went back, he threw it. He went back, he threw it. He dumped it. He dumped it. He dumped it. Everything was short passes. And John Allen was still getting to him. But John Allen won that game for Washington yesterday. I told you it was a hot take.
It's an all-pro season.
Because they focused on Jonathan Allen. Because they didn't have to focus on a Sweat or a Chase Young on the end.
Well, yeah, as soon as John Allen came through and put his hands
now
on
they're
Cam,
just
they were like,
now they were focusing on him, and he was beating double teams. He was getting triple
monster.
teamed a couple of times.
Which is also probably a reason why Deron Payne and James Smith-Williams had good games like they did, because Jonathan Allen took all the focus.
And I got some more stats. We'll get to those later.
Yeah, we'll get to the stats. We are going to start bringing
PFF
people
over here.
we're gonna start bringing people in, and we just want to make sure that you're aware that today's show is sponsored by Pacers Running. So when you run into our chat here, like we got a couple of people lined up, just know that Pacers Running is the one sponsoring you as well. They can take care of you and all of your feet needs. If it's socks, if it's shoes, if it's inserts, to make sure that your feet are taken care of, that Pacers Running has you taken care of. You just got to go out to their store, either online or one of their 6 stores in Northern Virginia or in the DC area. Let's get our first guest online here.
Who we got?
Him. You love him. It's Toothpick.
You know him. You love him. It's Toothpick.
First String Podcast. Let's get our man on the big screen. Yeah, we're going to get him, not you, Stoner. No one needs to see you on the big screen.
Yeah. Everyone loves to see Stoner on the big screen, man. That's what we're here for. We're here for Stoner on the big screen.
Toothpick, what'd you think of my hot take of Jonathan Allen won the game yesterday?
Actually, listen, I texted Nate yesterday because we was having a conversation over there, like how many Pro Bowlers do we have? And we came up with 3. You guys came up with the exact same number. Matter of fact, you guys came up with the exact same players, right? So I was like,
I added one.
Well,
I added one.
I said that addition.
You said a possible.
Possible, yeah. I said the possible addition.
Brandon Sheriff, right? But all 3 of us came up with the exact same people. We said, Terry, John Allen, and we got to get Carter in on as a special team. We got to get him in on special teams, and it's funny because y'all didn't know we was having that conversation over there, but y'all came back with the exact same 3 players. So I think it's our job right now to get these guys votes, to get them in there. You know what I mean? Being the Washington Football Team podcast community, we got to go out and stomp that. But great hot take.
I think Terry McLaurin there, especially as far as the Pro Bowl vote's concerned, because I think there's a serious chance that he can be left out. And we talked a little bit about this on our live stream yesterday during the game. But I mean, if you look at the NFC roster of receivers, it's loaded.
It's a lot. Yep.
You got Cooper Kupp, you got CeeDee Lamb, you've got Deebo Samuel, you got Jefferson.
Well, no, Debo's just now coming on.
They're still voting too.
People
the vote hasn't been cut off, right? They're still voting.
San Fran has a better record.
Metcalf's out there.
You got Jefferson and Thielen.
Devontae Adams is out there.
Jefferson and Thielen.
You got
Devontae Adams. Yeah, there's a lot of good names out there.
So you got Devontae Adams, you got D-Hop, who was killing it before he got injured, right? So those 2. So we got to, really, it's our thing. Like, we have to push Terry out there so that the Washington fans are represented, because myself, I always feel like we get slighted for some unknown stupid reason. Every which way they want to slide us, they slide us. I mean, we could go. It used to be
blamed on the name. You can't blame that anymore. It's no longer. It's no longer this fault. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like we could go 16-0 and wouldn't. I mean, the best teams always has the most people in a Pro Bowl. But we could go 16-0 and have nobody there. That's because they just don't like us. But
so
who's they?
Okay. Oh, everybody.
You know who they is.
Yeah. So, Toothpick, from yesterday's game, what was more impressive for you, the defense or the offense?
Oh, wow. Okay. So, for me, it had to be the most impressive thing was, and I'm still not sure if it was what it was. Gibby fumbled, and we didn't see him anymore. That was the most impressive thing, because
I like that
accountability.
Myself, Ron said at the beginning of the year, I don't know if y'all know, he says, but there are no consequences right now, so we'll see what happens when there's consequences. But Montez and Chase weren't playing in the defense. They would run them out there every week. There were no consequences. But now Gibby fumbles, it's consequences. So maybe they're trying to say he was hurt or whatever, but it's consequences now. So
didn't look hurt that second half. He was
angry. And the best thing I really like is the offensive line, man. They bullies, and then Gibby runs angry. He's a bully. But the most impressive thing about all of yesterday, give me 1 second. I brought a prop.
Uh-oh, you got a prop. You got a whole prop going on.
Yeah, I got a prop going on. Y'all ready for this?
All right, yeah, we are.
See this.
Oh, we always ready. Did you ask me if we're ready?
Them boys lost.
That was the most impressive?
Them boys lost. Oh boy, listen. You know
Closing
where
the gap.
I live down here in Texas, and I turn the corner at work, and they be like, "Ooh, how about them Cowboys?" Today was my day.
So you're sporting a polo?
I say, how about them Cowboys? Go on, get up out of here. Yeah. I said, hey,
by the way, I got another hot take for you, Toothpick.
I'm listening.
Gibson's gonna make the Pro Bowl too.
Ooh.
Gibson is going to make the Pro Bowl.
You see a path? You see a path for that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's top. I don't know, what is he, 6th or 7th in yards. Okay. He's top 10 in carries. He's gonna make the Pro Bowl as long as he keeps doing what he's doing. This is the very
first time we've heard this too. So I've
so that's a real hot take. Listen, Stoner. If this happens, like, you're coming on my show for a week.
For a whole week? Every day?
He's the only one you have of us who you haven't had on the show yet.
Yeah, you are, Stoner. And G can't wait to have you on there. He's like, that's my guy. He said, just off the name.
Yeah, just the name, right.
So, Stoner and Toothpick, real quick, since you guys are both on this Pro Bowl thing, are you guys either one going to be upset if Terry makes it and Gibby? I mean, if Terry doesn't make it and Gibby makes it instead?
Yeah, if Terry don't make it, man, if Terry don't make it, I'm going to be really upset because, listen, I mean, the guy is quiet, doesn't get in trouble, does things the right way since he's been here. And then this year, don't forget the beginning of the year, they had his top 100, and he got left off that list, right? Now everybody's saying, oh, he's an average receiver. Man, this guy is top 10. He's putting it up on the best corners.
You got Dan Orlovsky tweeting about him, bro.
Yeah, he's
not
giving
top 10.
Corners the business. He's giving corners the business.
And he is. He's great. He's not top 10.
Easily top 15. I think there could be an argument for top 10. I do think he's criminally underrated.
Yeah,
and definitely. You got to look at his QB play. You give him. You better write out this list, Stoner.
I'm writing it right now.
But you look at the QB play that he's had compared to some of these other ones who are often rated ahead of him. You give me Terry McLaurin. You give me the captain. I know that he's starting to take on this. He used to not like the Scary Terry name. He's owning up to it now. He's starting to love it. He's starting to take it on. Top 15. But he's our captain. Love to see him. I've got 2 of his jerseys. One's behind me right here. Because I like him that much. Same as you, Pick. All right, Pick. Thanks for joining us here. You can check out.
Y'all know what it look good behind me, real fast. Y'all know what it look good behind me.
The district t-shirt. Yeah, we'll send you that link. All right, we got you.
I hear you.
Hey, I appreciate y'all.
All right, check out Toothpick there at First String Podcast on YouTube. Yes, they've got a great show with G from the shop and Polly and Cedric. Those guys are hilarious. Make sure you check them out.
Later.
All right, later.
Good stuff.
All right, we're going to keep the good times rolling here on Victory Monday with another familiar face.
Screen? Not you. You're in the big screen.
I know, but I'm talking, so I get to be the big screen, but only for a little bit because we got our friend here, Josh Kirby from Kirby on Sports, is joining us once again for Victory Monday.
What up, Josh?
Holy crap! Is that Matt Rule right there?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh my god,
buddy.
Matt.
We got him back on the show as a surprise for you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Man, Matt,
he got beat so bad he decided to change his
colors.
How
about them Panthers?
Hey, don't disparage my team. We had a rough week. That's all right. We're still
we
still got a better record.
Really good, guys. That was an amazing hit.
Thanks,
man.
So, Josh, yesterday, most impressive, offense or defense?
I'm gonna say offense, more specifically Taylor Heineke, because he had his second well-played game. He looks like he's getting more and more comfortable each and every week. And
I agree with that.
If he continues on that path, I see this Washington football team
don't say it
going a game over, a game under 500, because obviously you can't beat 500 in this league anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, is that enough for the playoffs? I know I'm hearing playoff seeding, but it's still too early
for that.
Way too early for that.
Yeah,
it's way too early. I mean, I don't even want to hear it. People are already talking about the playoff picture. I'm like, I mean, for Washington, you just need to focus one game at a time and continue to do what you're doing. I like the fact that we might get Logan Thomas back.
Yes.
Some of our defensive guys might be healthy. Excuse me. It's really impressive to see the defense playing as well as they have been, even without Chase Young and Montez Sweat. And I know you've probably touched on that, but I think it's really significant how well they are playing without those two guys.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The defensive line is nasty without the two edge rushers.
Well, it seems like what they're doing, possibly, who knows? We're not there all the time, but the two guys, Tuhill and James Smith-Williams, maybe they are playing the roles that they're supposed to play. They're playing disciplined. They're staying in their lanes. They're not just doing something crazy and hopefully getting sacked.
And
going off script. So maybe
this is one of the things that I mentioned when Chase went down. Okay, I said, we had that conversation. Is this defense going to miss him? And I said for the rest of the season that you're going to miss probably 2, maybe 3 impact plays, like the fumble, the forced fumble, something like that, right? I think that Tuhill and Rotimi and Smith-Williams, these guys are going to be quality players for Washington, and you're not going to miss Chase Young as the pass rusher on the edge, sealing the edge, doing that kind of thing, the routine stuff, right? You're not going to miss that because no one's paying attention to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The things that you're going to miss, you're probably not actually going to miss because you're not going to realize that they're not there, which are those impact plays where Chase would get into the backfield before, like, as soon as the ball was snapped and just do a tackle for a loss, or, knock the ball loose like he did in Denver and give the offense a chance. Those are the types of plays that are going to be missing with the caliber of players that are Tuhill and Rotimi and Smith-Williams are. But these guys are still quality players. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to be all-stars or pros or anything like that, but I do think this defense has hummed along before. And you look at last year, it was the same thing when their one-star safeties started going down. You put in players like Jeremy Reeves and these people who just listen to the coaches and they just do play their role effectively. And I think the whole defense is now starting to buy into this. And that's what you're seeing. And that's why this defense these last 4 weeks has improved. Now, Josh, do you think they continue to do that going forward? Are we going to continue seeing this defense we have the last 4 weeks? Do you think that the talent gap is going to start coming up on them? Do you think that the offensive explosion that's been here the last 2 weeks, is that a mirage as well? Where is Washington going is what I'm asking. That's the question.
Josh, there's a lot of questions, so if you can answer them all, go ahead.
Are these 2 victories a mirage, or is this reality for Washington football fans?
Jeez. Man, that's so tough to say.
It is.
It's really tough to say with this team.
You have to answer. He's putting you on the spot. You have to answer. You can't say it. You can't sit on the fence. You have to go one way or the other.
Hey, Matt, y'all lost.
Touché.
No, but I want to say they will continue the trend, but if I do that, this might be a mirage.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Yeah.
you
I
know,
don't believe in jinxes.
I don't say it out loud. I can't do it.
Stoner doesn't believe in jinxes, so he
I don't
because he's the king of
he doesn't
jinx,
believe
that's
it
why.
hinges on Josh Kirby. So he tells you that you can go ahead and tell us.
If this was a mirage, Washington would have to. If this is a mirage, and I know it will be a mirage if Washington cannot win on Monday night.
Yes.
I always count Washington out on Monday night, regardless, because you look at their record on Monday Night Football, excluding the Steelers' upset last year because that was not scheduled for Monday night. But you look at the Monday Night Football games, you look at the Monday Night Massacre where Mike Vick
Come on, Josh. That was
Victory
15
Monday.
years ago.
It's also Victory Monday. We're not going to bring up things like that.
You're living in the past, dog. Come on.
I'm just saying.
Go get those sunglasses from last week. You can
what were those?
What
were those called?
You can't
Razors or something?
Razors,
Pit vipers.
Pit vipers.
Pit vipers.
Pit vipers, man.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let's not bring up awful memories like that.
No, but Josh, you're right. We are very, very bad on Monday night.
Yeah,
regardless
that's
of who
what
we're
I'm
playing.
saying. I always count them out unless they tell me otherwise.
Yeah.
However, again, like we were talking about with jinxes or whatever, what happened 15 years ago has zero effect on what's going to happen this Monday.
But when it comes to the Washington football team, history does tend to repeat itself. So we're just saying. I'm with you, Josh.
Yes,
we're really bad on Monday night
It's called the trend, Stoner.
Yeah,
it's called the trend.
Okay, but it's not like 16-0 or something like that. So there are times where it doesn't happen.
Yeah. Every Monday night game we play, we lose.
Yes, that is true. I like what Trev's saying.
Yeah. Statistically, Washington football team isn't good on Mondays, but we're not talking about that right now.
Yes, we're not.
That's how it's going to be a mirage.
Victory Monday. Victory Monday. So you think that they can keep it up if they can get past Seattle come this Monday?
If they can get past Seattle and Las Vegas.
Yeah, you're right.
Who's play these last couple of weeks has been the most impressive, and who out of those impressive players continues that impressive play?
Terry McLaurin, hands down. He's literally tearing it up. I like what he's doing, and I really feel like if he doesn't get into the Pro Bowl, like Stoner was saying, there's going to be an issue.
It's quite possible. I just want to make sure our fan base is prepared for that. The NFC is stacked with quality wide receivers. I love my man, Terry McLaurin. I want him to be in the Pro Bowl. You know what to do out there, folks. Make sure that you're doing your part and voting for him to be in the Pro Bowl. We want to thank Josh Kirby for joining us here on
Kirby on Sports.
Hey, yo, guys, this banner right here, it's not complete without a Rep the District shirt right here.
What is going on around here?
We'll make sure everyone gets
the holiday season. That's what they do. It's the holiday season, so they're just making our list together. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we appreciate you, Josh. You have
rock on, gentlemen. Love you all.
All right.
Love you too.
Appreciate you, Josh.
All right. So do you want this
T-shirt?
Do you want this list?
You're gonna T-shirt. You're gonna T-shirt.
You want this list of receivers that are better than Terry?
Are we doing NFC?
This is the top 10. No, this is the top.
This is for top 10 in the league.
Okay. Did you stop at 10 or did you just go for all
no,
the ones
I went basically everybody who's better.
Okay.
Now here's guys who did not make the list. Okay. So
I want to know who made the list first.
No, wait.
Because
no. These are guys so that you can say,
"Ooh,
Monday, I shouldn't." Anyway,
because I mean,
AJ Brown,
there's only so much.
Amari Cooper.
These are people you did not make it.
Okay. They did not make. They're just right there behind him.
A lot of people would
Devontae Smith, or as I call him, Devontae Smith Pelly.
Okay.
Because there was a Caps hockey player who won a Stanley Cup. His name was Devontae Smith Pelly.
Okay.
And Calvin Ridley. All right.
Okay,
those are guys that are, right there with him.
Calvin should not be right there with him because he hasn't played in I don't know how many games this year.
Okay. We're not talking about this year. We're talking about as a receiver.
And he's not close to top 10.
He is when he's healthy and playing. I'm talking about.
Go ahead. Keep going. I'm already
okay. You ready? Here's guys that are better than him. I'm sorry. They just
better than Terry? Okay.
Yeah. Stephon Diggs.
No.
With his 130 catches or whatever last year and
that's
1,400 yards.
Did you say last year?
And okay, look at him again this year. He's got the same stats as.
Go ahead.
But he's been doing it year after year after year.
We'll be here all night if we stop him every name.
Justin Jefferson.
I'll give you that.
Cooper Kupp.
I'll definitely.
Who's probably top 5 MVP this year. Adam Thielen. Devontae Adams.
Okay, that's
DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay.
Jamar Chase. Keenan Allen.
Oh!
What?
Jamar Chase? His first year is already better than Terry McLaurin?
He just had a streak of the most catches in the first 4 games of any player in history.
He hasn't even played a full season.
Okay. He's having a better year than Terry is right now. So I'm sorry. So he's better.
Okay.
Keenan Allen.
Are you on
Mike Evans. Deebo Samuel.
You cannot put Deebo in there.
Yes, you can.
I put those two. I don't care about the stats. I put those two.
DK Metcalf.
Oh, you're gonna get start a fight with that one.
And Tyreek Hill.
I can't wait for Monday night.
Tyreek Hill is twice the receiver and threat that Terry McLaurin is. I'm not trying to slander McLaurin. No. I'm just trying to tell you these guys are better.
I'm not giving you DK.
And that was
I can't give you Monday night.
You need to get DK out of there and Stephon Diggs out of there right now.
Diggs is quality. Diggs is quality. We really I wanted Diggs here. I wanted Diggs here. Diggs would have been quality.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I don't want you tweeting this out, by the way.
No, I need you to tweet this out.
Not on the ref account. I don't need that kind of slander on the ref. No, go ahead and tweet it out on the ref account. I want to see what people say. You're going to get a lot of people mad at you. I just want to make sure it's tagged with your name on there. Let's bring in Roger here. I'm happy that Scott has incorporated some toughness and physicality in the running game. It has given them an identity. Taylor doesn't need to pass it 40 times. Smash mouth works. Thanks, Roger, for joining us. He's on our YouTube channel. You can join us on YouTube as well. So make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Stephon Diggs this year.
Why are we still on this? I'm not 60 on that. We're talking about Roger's comment.
Wait, 60 for 773 and 6 touchdowns. That's basically the same as McLaurin. Last year he had 127 and he 1,500 yards.
Way better.
He had one quarterback last year, Stoner. We had 4.
I'm sorry, you can't go on possibilities.
Okay.
You can only go on what has happened.
You can go on the quality of a receiver. But anyways,
there you go.
Roger, you're absolutely right. The run game, these last few games, honestly, what was surprising to me on the run game, they are actually averaging less yards per carry. These last few games than they were the first like 6 games beforehand.
Yes.
But it's been more effective, if that makes sense. And I think it's just that consistency of running the football.
Up the middle too, not these.
We've talked about it, and this O-line is built for it. They are moving people out of the way.
They are.
In that vein, some stats that I did a little bit of research on today. Right,
you bring up a
my man is PFF today.
So
for the Washington football team, I'm kicking you out of this.
What happened?
If you bring up a stat that's not Washington football team, I'm kicking you out.
No. This has to do exactly what we're talking about.
I overrule that, Nathan. I mean, Stoner, you can stay.
So, right now, Washington football team is 10th in the league in rushing offense.
There we go.
Right, they're 10th in the league.
Yeah.
Over the last 4 games, though, they're 4th in rushing yards per game. They're the 4th best. Yeah. But overall, they're 10th. But in the last 4 games. Therefore, I've looked at the last 4 games because that's really when things started to improve. After that terrible Kansas City game that we went to and just puked at everything that they did, since then they've been better. They've lost 2 of them, but they've been better. So that's going to the point that Roger said. A couple other things. Total plays. They're 13th in the league in total plays, right? Okay. The last 4 weeks, 2nd. And the number of plays that they're playing. Obviously, that's a running game, right? That goes back to the running. Now let's go to defensively rushing against the run, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
They're 6th in the league against the run defensively. Last 4 weeks.
Yeah, we are pretty good. First.
If this is hopefully what they are, remember what all the things that we were saying. This team doesn't have an identity, right?
Yeah.
When they were losing, there's no identity. Now they have an identity. Like Roger said, they're a smash mouth team. Yep. Taylor doesn't have to do too much, do just enough offensively, keep the ball out of the other team's hands, and then the defense will automatically play better because they're not out there as much.
Yeah.
Well,
and if they can hold them to lower points, then they're going to be better.
I think he's got it.
So they've established their identity now, and now let's see if they can continue to do that.
This is one of the things that we talked about before the season, right? They don't have to be a top 10 offense. They just had to be. They were 28th in offense last year. Mm-hmm. If they are 15 to 18th in offense this year, but had the defense that they had last year, a top 5 defense, this team could do damage. Now you're saying that they're potentially a top 15 offense, and the defense is coming around to where it's effective, maybe even top 10 again. I know there's a few statistics out there. They had a few weak games. Obviously, the point differential is not helping out. The games against Buffalo and Kansas City just really not doing any favors for.
No, they're not
for us. But the defense is coming around, and I really think that this team can continue this level of play, which is exciting because it's fun. It's just fun.
Yeah,
it's why I'm in the onesie. It's fun.
It is.
Washington football is fun.
And
Taylor
I like
Heineke is.
I was going to say. Time out. Hold on, Nathan. Slow down.
I know you're a Taylor Heineke hater, Trev, but you have to.
I'm going to give his props. I'm about to give him his props.
Okay. All right.
I was going to piggyback with maybe like 2 flowers. I was going to piggyback what Josh said. It does seem like Taylor's finally settling into the offense and playing within his own playing style, and it feels like the coaches are finally understanding that and letting him go do his thing. He's very, very good with ball security this past 2 games. Surprising.
Yeah.
He's played smarter with his legs. He knows when to run, and not just the first thing is to run. He knows when to do it and why to do it. Yeah. He's getting some national coverage now. Mina Kimes
helps knocking down Tom Brady and then following it up with a victory.
They were on Boomer's Best today. Dan Orlovsky tweeted about him and McLaurin playing together. So, but and one thing I did notice as well about our team too. Last week we went up against a defense that didn't allow a lot of like the number 1 rated passing defense in the league, and Taylor had a field day. This week we went up against the number 1 or like top 5 rushing defense, and our rushing squad had a field day. Isn't that kind of weird how like when we're playing the top teams in the one specific category, we just demolish that?
Yeah, playing a lot better against those. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's hopefully it's what Ron has been building towards, that he's been trying to establish this week after week after week, and now it's finally starting to click. Landon Collins moving positions.
Yeah.
Cam Curl playing 90-something% of snaps.
Yes.
They're starting to get a little bit healthier as they go along, right?
Yeah.
On the offensive side with the line, and now we might see Logan Thomas back. We might see Curtis Samuel back. So things like that. We're starting.
Bates had a good catch.
Sweat isn't that far away, is he?
Nice.
When did Sweat get hurt? Denver game?
Couple weeks. I think he
he's
comes
a week
back
or
in a
2
couple
away.
weeks.
Yeah.
So they start to get healthy at the right time when they're going to get into their NFC East schedule. They've got beatable teams coming up ahead of them. Seattle is beatable,
and the Raiders.
The Raiders are beatable.
Currently 0-4 against AFC teams.
Yeah, so, sure, but they're beatable. They're not going to be.
Raiders are beatable,
but they are beatable.
Seattle is beatable. Let's go. Taylor Heineke, I'm going to give you 2 plays. You got to tell me which one you are more impressed by.
Okay.
The touchdown pass
to
Sims.
Sims was a beauty.
Or the 4th down play, the pass to Bates, where he throws off the defender.
I'll go first. I'm gonna go with the Cam Sims touchdown because we've seen that John Bates play before. He kind of did that same thing with the crossfield pass to JD McKissick. That's more of his style of play anyway. It's a scramble, go crazy, and just. But for him to sit in the pocket and thread that double covered needle to Cam Sims,
I didn't know he had it.
Who is not?
I didn't know he had it in him.
And let's be honest, Cam Sims, he's not the greatest or most athletic receiver out there. He's tall and lanky, good hands, but he came off that route so slow, no separation, and he still. Fit the ball
right in
between two defenders.
Yeah, that was
both
most
of them
impressive.
Swiped at it, and just both of them came up empty.
Because we made the comment during the live stream, he always throws off his back legs, even if he doesn't have to. And that one, he didn't. He stepped into it.
Stoner actually said the next time he throws off his front foot will be the first time.
Yeah, I don't know why he's like that.
And that was so I'm gonna go Cam Sims touchdown was a beauty.
Stoner? I agree. It was a perfect pass. And his receivers have been helping him out too by not dropping plays, making the tough catches. That catch by Bates on that other play was a very good catch.
I got one too.
That catch by Dax
Milne and the throw too, Nathan, the pair with yours.
Yeah.
Like a side.
He had to throw it off the sidearm. So to me, the Bates, the 4th and 3, the position, like obviously the scoring play is obviously it has, it puts points on boards, but that 4th and 3 was necessary to keep the ball moving. And the fact that he didn't just like dodge a defender, he was getting shrugged off a defender.
Yeah.
He threw a defender off of him. Maybe not throw.
He was holding on to his jersey.
But he definitely shrugged off a defender to get that ball to Bates.
And that was a 4th down.
And it was a fourth down play.
And if you notice,
I really think that. I don't know if that one's getting enough love.
That same play, he evaded a sack that he didn't see from behind, and he was running like towards the sack, and he evaded that without even looking down at his feet. That was impressive too. Before he made
his pocket presence has been improving.
Yeah, I'll give him that. He does have really good pocket awareness.
Shout out to Tony and our YouTube chat from Protect Sports Network. Thanks for joining us. The Bates, I think, did a great job doing some good blocking. But that catch was good. I really there was all good things to lead into our next segment here. Go-goes and no-goes.
Okay.
All right. So let's hear your guys' go-go. Let's start with the negative, actually. Let's start with the negative so we can end on the positive.
A no-go?
Let's hear your no-go for yesterday's game.
My go-go and no-go is the same person. I'm sorry. It's going to be the same person.
I know it's going to be
Gibson. You go first then.
It's going to be Gibson, right? Because of his fumble. And let me tell you, on that 3rd down play when he ran out of bounds, right? When he should not have, obviously. And if Carolina had come down and score and won, we would be running Gibson out of town today, regardless of his 79 second half yards. We would be running him out of town. We would have been doing the Matt Jones.
I'll tell you what, his bags were packed yesterday until he came back in.
Yeah. Well, not for me. I mean,
for me,
yeah, I hear you. But that could have cost the game.
Yeah,
he would have had 2 just egregious errors.
Needs to go down there. He cannot run out of bounds. He knows better.
Yeah, but on the opposite side, he did come back. And he did run hard and run angry. That's the word of the day, that he was running angry. And he got a lot of yards after contact, and he was fantastic in the second half. So he's my no-go and go-go.
My no-go, it's kind of the same as well, Stoner. The coaching call to not kick that field goal.
You were mad. You were
my God, bro.
What was the situation at the time? Remind us of.
I believe it was
Was it 21 all?
I think it was that 4th and 3 play, wasn't it?
No, that was a different one. Because that was the one I commented that Ron Rivera didn't hesitate to go for it. So because it was the series before, It was, I do believe, it was a tie game, and
21,
Washington was playing the field position battle rather than going.
That was the punt, wasn't it? The punt that
it was
had
the
a
punt.
bet.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
So we had a bet.
We should have kicked. Yeah, I really thought we should have kicked the field goal because, like I said in the live stream,
and then Carolina drove down for a touchdown.
That's why we signed him.
Yeah,
that's why we got rid of 2 kickers. Is for this situation right here, and we're still choosing to not use the kicker.
I think that's fair. I think they, looking back, they probably should have kicked it.
I mean, thank God.
It didn't cost them.
No,
but they should have kicked it.
Yeah,
I agree.
And then my go-go is for Ron Rivera because he went down to the place where he was fired. Got
everything
got
was against him
with his new team. Everything was against him. They just signed Cam, and we should have signed Cam. And is Cam going to show Rivera that he should have signed him? No, he didn't. And the fact that I saw Terry after the game, he said that Coach Riverboat just the whole week made it about the football game until the very end when the personal things started coming out for him. But the whole week it was about the football game, not him and Cam, not Cam coming back. It was they had their focus in one point, and then so go Ron Rivera for getting your homecoming that you well deserved to have. So that's my go.
My no-go, I'm not actually going to change course here. I'm going to stick with Gibson as well.
Yeah.
The fumble and then running out of bounds seals it for me. You just can't have I agree. Stoner coming back and running angry was great, and you want to see that. That's also what you're supposed to do. But you're also supposed to go down when you're trying to run out the clock. You're running out the clock.
Yeah, just sit down.
I get that he was fighting. He bounced it to the outside because he wanted to fight for those extra yards.
But just sit down.
But the moment you see those guys coming for you and you can't make it to the first down marker, you got to go down. You need to know where the distance marker is, and you got to go down. So very disappointed in those 2 plays from Gibson. I do feel like he atoned somewhat for the fumble, but then having that bonehead play at the end just kind of ruins it for you. Yes, we got a hand raise before I get to my go-go.
I'm sorry. One small go-go for me to William Jackson. No penalties on him, really. He locked down DJ Moore after the first quarter. Jalen from Bleeding Burgundy pointed that out. And then he had that terrific pass breakup in the fourth quarter.
That was
stopping their drive. And that was probably the best game he's played for us defensively. So, William Jackson, you get another one.
I would want to give my go to Cam Curl, who just seemed to be all over the place.
He's great.
Who on Christian McCaffrey on that last
play
kept him short of the sticks.
Yes.
However, he whiffed on that tackle for the Cam Newton, so I can't give it to him. I am going to give it to Taylor Heineke, who we haven't actually given a game ball to, but this was by far his best game as a Washington football team quarterback. I'm not a part of the Hive yet. I don't know that I will be because I still think that the guy floats balls like nobody's business.
Yes!
But
throw some lollipops.
He honestly. It's that moxie, right? He's just fun to watch.
He does have it. Can we
pick another word to use besides moxie?
What do you want me to spunk?
It.
You want me to call it spunk?
Gut? Courage?
He does
bravery,
have it. Courage, good.
Swag.
When he popped up after the guy hit him after the slide, that was
we don't
great.
Need that.
He doesn't need to get in the face because I was expecting a taunting.
Yeah, he almost got him.
But
he's 4 foot nothing. What's he really going to do?
He's going to get in someone's face and get a taunting penalty.
Yeah, he's going to show him that you can't intimidate me.
But no, that's stuff that you like to see. Baker Mayfield did something very similar for Cleveland a few weeks ago where he got rocked out of bounds, pops up and just invigorates the crowd when you see your small quarterback do something like that.
McLaurin last week against Tampa when he got
against
popped.
Tampa when he got popped and he gets up. That invigorates the crowd.
These players,
that's something.
but they're both better than Taylor Heineke.
Okay, but still, you got to get there
doing
somehow.
That since college, Nathan, you know for sure because he was doing obscene gestures across the field, so he's had that since college.
Yeah.
Hey,
Baker Mayfield definitely has it, and I think Taylor Heineke is exciting to watch.
Yes,
he's definitely coming into his own. I'm with I don't want him to be the starter.
Thank you.
I don't want him to be a starter.
No, I don't either. Nobody
I
does.
do want him to be successful this season. And yes, him being successful this season could mean that he continues to start for Washington. He's got a 2-year contract with Washington.
He's here next year.
He's here next year.
We can let him go. Anything can happen.
Yeah,
I'm going to close the phone lines. I want to appreciate those who did call in here.
Hey, I got a question.
It is time to pay up.
Before we do pay up, how did Kendall Fuller play? Did you guys see that one time when Kendall? Wait, what did he do? Right?
He tried to go for an interception.
You didn't hear anything about Kendall Fuller, and that's how it should be for defensive backs. You don't want to see him or hear him the whole game.
Because they didn't take any long shots down the field. That's why we didn't hear about it.
Fine.
Maybe he didn't get abused at the line by a tall wide receiver.
He didn't have to run. So
it's just like in sports, you say, well, who was the referee? I don't know. I didn't really see him much. Good.
Yeah.
You don't want to,
there
right?
You go.
Same with defensive backs on your own team. Unless they're getting a pick or pick 6 or something, you don't ever want to see them in any sort of highlight.
We played a pretty clean game too. We didn't have that many penalties on us yesterday.
Yeah, we had some bad defensive penalties.
Carolina had 7.
You actually railed them, Trev, on our live stream. You were upset. You called every single one of them back.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
In fact, they were they were to some degree, right? Every single one of those personal fouls, those 15-yard ones.
Me on Twitter
that's why I tagged you on that one.
I got you.
Yeah.
Those every single one of those personal fouls, they scored. Carolina scored on the 3 personal fouls.
I mean, they did
against Washington.
Got to clean that up.
That is an aspect you got to clean up. Other than that, great victory for Washington.
Yes, sir.
Who has to pay up today?
I don't know. Do you have the graphic?
I do have the graphic, but that's not important right now. Let's go over the things, and then I'll give people the update that they're looking for.
Okay, so I won't do the in-game. I won't do the in-game dollar because it was just too specific, right? Unless you want me to go through all the in-game stuff we did. Or do you want me to or not?
I don't care.
Did you write it down?
Yeah, of course I did.
Let's do it
real quick because we can't get too specific.
Motor through here.
I don't even know exactly.
Maybe skip them. Yeah, we'll skip them.
It's like certain
you didn't write down enough notes.
Yeah, it says Nathan owes $1 for Antonio Gibson after the fumble. I think it had to do.
That was you said.
I said that. Okay, so
nah,
this is a good one. So if you didn't watch our live stream, I do encourage you next time we do a live stream, catch us. We do play by play. We have some great reactions, and we make more dollar bets. Did not go in my favor for this particular one, where I said that I thought Coach Rivera was going to put the rock back in Antonio Gibson's hand. To be like, no, you're going to go out there and you're going to prove that you can do this. And instead, he did the exact opposite. He said, no, you're sitting your behind down.
That's
We've got other guys who can run the football, which actually made Gibson angry, and he ran wild.
They kept showing my man with his helmet strapped, just waiting to get
just waiting. He knew he was in timeout.
Stoner and Trev both got $1 for that.
Yeah.
Trev said that Washington football team was going to score on a particular drive, and they did.
Yes, they did.
Oh yeah, they did. They did. That's right. Sorry.
I said this drive is going to. But before the halftime, they're going to end the.
You're right.
Drive.
And you won $1 for that. I lost $1.
I'm good. I was good after the bye.
Nathan said, on a 4th down play, the one that went to DeAndre Carter, right? Nathan said that they were not going to throw it past the line to gain.
Oh yeah,
they
did. You did. You were really confident too.
Barely.
And Stoner won that one. Trev
Washington loves to throw it short of the line to gain and let the receivers do the work.
You're right. But
this particular one, Carter was just like a yard pass, maybe even on top of the line to gain, but he was also wide open.
Yeah, he was. And then after they didn't kick that field goal that you were mad about, and they ended up taking like a delay game. And
they punted it.
Tressway was punting, and Trev said he was going to punt it into the end zone, and I said no, he's going to get inside the 10, and he got it at the 9. So Stoner won $1 there. And then all I see here is Stoner 2nd and 7, Trev, and Stoner is circled. So I won that one.
Yeah, that might
I don't know what the 2nd and 7 is.
A little.
I don't know.
Is that the controversial one?
No, not at all.
Okay, because I know we got
there's a controversial one here.
Right.
And
Let's go through the ones we put on the board there.
Let's do it.
You're gonna have to go back through.
I see what y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to delay what happened to Dollar because y'all know what happened. I see what y'all doing. Let it go. Let's hear it.
Nathan said that Samus Reyes was going to have at least 1 catch.
Did not.
Trev and Stoner both said no.
Didn't.
He caught the bench, is what he caught.
Nathan said Gibson was going to have at least 30 touches.
Ooh.
Both Trev and Stoner said no.
Yes.
Nathan said that Heineke was going to have 35 yards rushing.
How many have?
29.
29. So Trev won that one. Stoner went with Nathan on that one. I thought he was too.
Stupid.
Trevor said that Heineke was going to throw 2 picks. Both Nathan and Stoner said not going to happen.
Who's sake?
Damn it, Taylor.
Mama Perry and Trev both said Washington was going to score 3 touchdowns.
How many
they scored exactly 3 touchdowns.
What up, Mama Perry?
Only Stoner went against that.
She got the sunglasses on.
Not.
There you go. She cooling.
Trev said that Stephon Gilmore was going to have a pick.
He barely.
Both Stoner and Nathan.
He was on a pitch count. I didn't even know that.
Both Stoner and Nathan went against that.
Why was on a pitch count when he had 3 picks the last 3 games? Did he get
3
hurt
out of 4
this week?
games, I think.
No, he's coming back from injury, and
he was hurt when he got traded.
Those picks are just the fact that people probably been testing the fact that he's coming back from injury, and he's showing them you don't want to test me.
Yeah.
Trev said that Cam was going to both throw and run for a touchdown. Both Nathan and Stoner went against that.
I don't want to see why you're happy about that one, Trev. You're too happy about that one.
I want to bet, bro.
Stoner and Nathan both said Sly was going to miss a kick, and he did not.
See,
Trevor won that one.
I'm really good after the bye.
And Stoner and Trev both said that Christian McCaffrey was going to have 140 all-purpose yards.
How many have?
He did not. He only had 119, maybe.
Oh,
although you know what? I'm not sure. We said all-purpose yards. Did he have any return yards?
He didn't have it. He did not return a kick or a punt.
Wait, now here's the controversial one. Okay, it's only controversial to me though. So, but hear me out.
But in other words, it's not controversial at all.
So in yesterday's game, not our game yet, in the Kansas City Dallas game.
Oh, okay.
Patrick Mahomes did an RPO. I know now I can't say it. Right? No, that was Nathan before. That was the first time I said
we. I said we still can't say it.
Patrick Mahomes. Even when I say it slow, I can't do it. All right.
Just say the Chiefs quarterback.
Chiefs
QB1.
He did an RPO. Okay.
That's a run
with an option. With an actual option.
And like he actually
like he faked the handoff up the middle, old school option. Went out right, had a running back behind him. They defended it perfectly.
Okay.
Right? Dallas did. And he ended up getting dropped for like a 3-yard loss.
Oh, okay.
Right? And the announcer, Joe Buck, maybe? Or was it Joe? What's the other?
Yeah,
Joe Buck and Troy Aikman were called.
No, it was the other good number 1 team. Oh yeah, you're right. It was Joe.
It was Joe Buck and Troy Aikman calling that game.
I was thinking of Nance. I was thinking of Nance and Romo. So it was Buck and Aikman. Yeah. So and he said, and so is going to get credited with the sack there, right? On this option play, right? So in the Washington game, on the very first drive, when Cam Newton tried to run, and he gave himself up. And James Smith-Williams got the touch on him.
Yeah.
Right? He got a tackle for loss and not a sack. What's the difference?
So how did Pat Mahomes fall to the ground? Did he take the slide or did he actually get tackled?
Yeah, he just kind of gave himself up.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter either way because it's behind the line.
It's interesting.
But it was a run play. It was an obvious option play.
We'll revisit that because they do have stat updates around Wednesday.
Just keep an eye on that.
So we'll keep an eye on that and see if Stoner gets an
Stoner said
one there.
Jonathan Smith Williams.
Who the hell is Jonathan Smith?
What's his first name?
James Smith.
He plays with Batesman.
Now Stoner can't get names right.
I can't go. So JSW got a half a sack. And if they would have counted that other one as a full sack plus his half sack, he would have had 1.5. My bet was that he would have had 1.5 sacks.
Oh, that's why it's controversial.
That's why it's controversial.
Man, you ain't winning that. Nah, you lost.
I counted it over here. So this is up to date.
For our audio listeners.
Yes.
Trevor had +4.
That's right.
$7 turnaround on Nathan
on the day on the game. So he is now at -13.
I'm knocking at the door.
Stoner only gained $1.
Did I?
So he's at 10. Yeah, he only gained $1.
No, I gained $4.
How you gained $4?
Because Nathan was -3 and I was +1.
That's not what I said. Now is it? I said you gained $1.
Thank you, Mom.
I lost $3.
Okay.
Yeah, you gained 4.
Thank you, Mom.
I thought
I appreciate
you
that.
get there's a Ford thing here. You gained $1 to get you to $10.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
I lost my biggest loss of the season.
Let's go.
$3 to bring me to 16 total. So,
$3.
Yeah.
One more thing I wanted to something we talked about yesterday in the game was, remember the very first touchdown from Cam Newton on that pass to DJ Moore?
Yeah.
Down towards the goal line. Remember he started running and then he threw it and he was not across the line.
Yeah.
But you know why it was so weird looking? The center took off to block. He was 4 yards downfield when Cam threw that pass. 4 yards.
That's another receiver down the field.
You're only supposed to go 2. He was that's why it was just like, I was thinking he was across the line or something.
Look at Stoner, my man out here.
I had to go back and watch that, and I was like, what is going on?
Missed call by the
big
ref.
time missed call. He was almost in the end zone.
Yeah.
When the center was. And the play was at the 4.
That's
so anyway, I just want to clear
ended
that
up not making a difference in the final score. Washington.
If it had, I would have been pissed.
Washington, the victors on the day, beating Carolina.
Yep.
To win
in Carolina.
Victory Monday. Just another Victory Monday. Sing it for us, Trev.
Just another Victory Monday. I wish it was Sunday.
We wish it was Monday because next day after reckoning. Till
next Monday, so we can have a Victory Tuesday.
Will be in fact Tuesday because day after reckoning does mean that we will be live the day after Washington football team plays.
Yep.
It's really hard to keep a straight face during all that.
You don't have to keep a straight face. Laugh. It's Victory Monday.
It is. I'm wearing a onesie for goodness
sake. I know. You gotta be sweating by now, at least. Good God.
Well, it helps I'm not wearing anything underneath it besides this shirt.
Mama Stores didn't like our singing.
Put the puke sign up.
That's your boy,
EP
Mama
Stores. Keep your day jobs. Well, guess what, EP? This is a day job.
That's right.
So next day after reckoning will be on next Tuesday. It'll be Monday Night Football will be live Tuesday, but you don't worry. You don't have to wait that long to catch us. You can catch us live Wednesday, 7 p.m. on this channel, right? YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're on the road to 500. All those shirts those guys wanted to laugh and joke about with us, Toothpick and Josh. Hey, if we get to 500, maybe we do some shirt giveaways. So you just got to help us get to that 500 there. Of course, we also have what's coming up on Friday, gentlemen. Who wants to hit me with what that information is?
Yeah, let's go with we've got episode 3 of our 4-part series of No Voice Goes Unheard. Episode 3 deals with the emotional toll that these women went through. And if you're mad about what has been going on behind the scenes with the Washington football team over the last couple of years, for a long time, but specifically in the last couple of years, if you're mad about it and it didn't even happen to you, think about how these ladies feel when it happened to them. So that's what we're going to talk about in this episode. It's called Emotional Toll. That comes out Friday morning. It'll be out episode 3 of the 4-part series called Emotional Toll.
Yep. No voice goes unheard.
So hope to see you Wednesday in our chat. And until next time,
what?
Be a fan.
We love Washington, and we some die-hard fans. Yeah, we are. You know we keep it on 10. Let's talk about the offense. 1, 2, 3, let's go. And they gifted. We are ref the district. Podcast. Come on now and join us.